Alright, Fuzz, looking good. Alright, it's nice to see you making a comeback. You want to add on to that, or?
Yes, definitely. Well, you know, I've been through all 4 wars. 70s, which was the hardest. 80s, 90s, 2000s. As far as comeback crews go, I'd have to give it up to like the IRS crew. As soon as I rolled with those dudes, the graffiti was really diminishing. I mean, there was no graft left. The Rockin' and Sucker crew, they took over. FUZZ ONE, Ked, Ghost, J.A.
The fan.
You know, other man, Remote. They started hitting me. Those dudes, we made some serious pieces. I mean, when you're talking about All City, any place where there was a yard, any place where there was a tunnel, we fucking destroyed it. 7 yards, never knew so much damage. Me and Ghost went uptown, rocked the double R's, rocked the E's and F's, the N's, the GG's, the D's, the 7's. I think our best trip of the 2's, we went to Dyer Avenue, Buck Wild Midnight, in the back of the milk factory when that place was burnt. Motherfuckers were getting arrested there day and night. Me and Ghost just walked in with power bags of shit. Victor, the original God, 161, who was like kind of, you know, infiltrated in with like the MG Boys unit, you know, used to hang around us. We went uptown and fucking killed it. Stayed in there the whole night. Me and Victor did a Prince and Victor piece that was off the chain. Ghost just terrorized the whole spot. It was his yard that night. He bombed all the way to the train station and back, both sides. 5-0s came, Ghost was in there, like that, bugging out, and the cops were in the train, and Ghost was still doing floaters, like GH joints. We went out to Bay 50 and crushed it on top of the gas station. It was me and Ked, the whole team, J.A. We went up there, smoked that place, hanged out in the daytime, waiting, you know, like to take pictures and shit like that. Blazed that spot. The FUZZONE factory, I think was probably the first time that the Rockin' Suckers crew got together. I went with my little boy Kimchi, NATO, Bruce, Tease, I had Ron. They were like, yo, you gotta meet Ked, you gotta meet Ked. Went out to Brooklyn. Ked just had drawers, sock drawers filled with like Federal Safety purples, the Scottish man, Cascade greens. He had like the real Federal Safety green jump force with the Scottish man. No toy shit. I mean, this dude had Rustos, Jungle Greek Krylons, Hot Pinks from back in the days. It was like a fruit store. I was like, what? And he just gave me a shopping bag. He was like, yo, fill up, you know, for all the paint you need. I think one of our biggest, you know, journeys was probably the FUZZONE factory. Because down there, you know, like that's Northern Boulevard, that's a spooky spot. But we went down there and fucking bombed that place, dude. Then there was a few other, you know, here and there gods, you know, like Reese was on the case, you know, he was doing stuff. You know, Ven was in there. Zephyr was always on the trail, he was hanging in there. You know, the crew thing kind of like died out, you know. I think that Rockin' and Suckers, IRS was like the last crew to really take it to the trains. You know, J.A. and Chino BYI, he was a banging cat, he did a lot of stuff. But like the crew situation, it wasn't as big as back, you know, in the days and stuff like that. There wasn't that much you know, unity as far as the rap crews is concerned. Any other topic that you'd like to cover? If you want to talk about the animals, I can tell you all day about the animals.
How about some of the big names you know?
Oh, as far as big graph heads, I give it up to definitely Prey One, you know, the old shopping bag lady. You know, Tracy 168, the Autograph, you know, it's Kingpin. Kilroy One, definitely crazy, you know, hippie white boy, combat veteran, Vietnam cat, bomb of the CC, coal miner flats. Have to get like Jester in there, TC, the crew. Always and forever, Broadway God, King of Broadway, fucking Peso 131. I mean, I bombed with like every writer. I could go up and down the pike until I'll try to think of some names like that people might not remember. Mr. Pug did a lot of work on the FUZZ, Pike 180, two Piccolo dudes. One was like a chubby, stocky cap, the green army jacket, and Pike 180 was like the skinny, tall, like Poindexter cat. Looked a little like Jester. You know, you never think this guy was a writer, but he was just bombing. He used to write Ludi too. Junior Vic 149 was a big god, you know, on the FUZZ. Did like, you know, fire hydrant pieces. Turk 62 was the baddest writer. He used to write Harpo, chilling with like Priest 161, Priest 167. Baddest tag team Latino cast. Those dudes just holding it down. Priest used to put in his pieces like this. He had the army jetpack with the wine liquor bottle, milk crates inside with all the cans stacked up. I never saw that shit in my life. Then you had like Hondo 1, Tree 127, AJ 161 always had his shit in there. Killer 1. Blade, you know, the Crazy 5 cat, he was always in there. All the Crazy 5 cats, especially Comet. You know, Comet Bomb, he had his name on every fucking train under the wheels. L1, you know, Blanquito dudes from up in Co-op City. We gotta give those dudes a lot of love now. Fucking Dude 2, his partner. L1 used to write fucking Law Love. He used to write Marshall, his little buddy. Dude 2 used to write Dad. And then Marshall used to write Little Guy. And he used to write Tor. He always did some bad Tor pieces, T-O-R, in his earlier days. And they hanged out with like a lot of hippie white boy cats. AZ was their man. Mad shout out to that cat, a cool dude, Mike Morelli. There was Tav, there was, you know, Mike 170. There was like Pavo, there was Toe 1. There was John 150. Can't forget Billy 167. Devil. My main man, the Pitchfork, you know, Demon Dude with a skeleton. Cuda 181 with Autograph. I've never forgotten that dude. White Boy Cat 9, you know, TP3, Billy D'Amelio. Bro, dude, the list goes on. Duke 9. Oh, God, writers from like every corner. Captain America, Uncle John. Fucking Vinny, the white boy dude, is TMB. 7-Ups, those Brooklyn cats, Dondi 209, those dudes crash shit before any of the other cats got on the frame. 4-yard dudes, you know, Little Crusher, fucking Mad Mark, Mad Hat 1 and 2, Me 163. The fucking list goes on. Nigga Charlie, Creeper 167. Godsograph, Uptown dudes like King 2, gotta give him some mad love. He's out there on the circuit again, scrounging around, you know, with his crew and shit. Fucking Zest used to roll with those kids. It's like hippie Spanish cat, Fruit 1, he bombed. God, let me see, Sunny 107, Godsograph, always had his shit on every train. Peanut 2. Fucking his brother, Wiz 5, Madhouse, bad shout out to that dude, he's still available, doing good. Damn, dudes that used to roam around the trains, Ton 5, always saw that guy in every corner. High C, you know, Checker 170. I'm thinking about Spin, Stop, Do It, fucking El Marco 007, El Marco 174. Females, Barbara 62, Pony 167, Shaman, Eva 62, Stick 1 from the Concourse of Autograph, thinking about cats that people don't remember, like Apollo 5 from Burnside Avenue. He was always in the loop. Scotch 170 with Big Afro. This other guy that used to write Hint, he never did a piece on the train, but he had the baddest style. He used to do the crooked, like H with the kickstand on it and the T. He's the one that brung that shit around. Czar was a banging writer for the 2s and 5s. The guy that did the pool table, baddest piece on the trains ever. Dude draw a whole cat with an Applejack hat and a pool table, and the guy was playing pool and it said Czar 1. I don't think I ever seen a better piece than that. Dead Leg 167, Jive 3, Nick 707's main man, Cube 161, the guy with the golf club, Show, that cat, Knock 167, Stan 153, Top Cat 126, fucking T-Rex. Let me see, who else can we think of? Snake 1, Stitch, Static, Taboo 1, some of those, let me see, what's his name, that Spanish cat who had all the writers from UGA and shit. I can't even think of his name, he ain't that famous. But he always had the writers up there. Oh, that cat Bomber, he should be in there. My man Bam too, King of the Insides, Pieces, Burners, you know, you can't think of them all, they just
I know.
to your fucking head. It's like shaking a can for 100 years. Who else? 4-line, Mid-77 was up there with the Batman crew. He had all his boys. Peabody was his man, Rat, Max, Tex, Set 149. Original big time, you know, power like 4-line dudes. God, there was so many of them, man. TJ 159, 001, the guy used to write Majestic with the big O's. Some D-line dudes. Oh, there was thousands of them, man. Silver Tips. Fritz, he was a god. That guy Shape 5, I think it was like a Shape 5. That was one of Convert's boys, you know, the undercover name and shit. Bloodshed, you know, Billy, Slick Incorporated. We should throw him in there like 3 times. Espionage dudes. God, fucking Lee from Uptown. His mob, slaves out there now holding it down again. Who can we think of? The list goes on and on. All the cats going to Baychester, riding the trains. Yeah, we mentioned Jive 3 and his squad. Oh, the incredible, you know, Phase 2. We can't leave him out. Lonnie Lon, Cad, and his boy Riff 170 and shit with the braids, you know, basketball player. He was a god from Tracy Towers. Gil from Subway Outlaws, we can't forget about him. Ball from 149thstreet.com. Fucking Ezo from the GSpotCollab.com. Baby Doll and Homeboy Love from Art Crimes. They get mad props. Man, going back to original writers, 4-line. Jesus, who did I see out there? Cliff 159 was killing it with like Past 2s. The Incredible N.
Oh my God, N-T-T-E.
Oh yeah, T-E.
Vinny.
Yeah, 163, but that wasn't the other T-E-E, the Throw Brooklyn God, Stim's brother. All those cats from like Mount Eden, Kenny 007, Course 101, he used to write Payload. Little Rock 1 and 2, the God. King 2's partner, Little Flame 1 and 2. He used to write Rop. I used to write Rop and Top, doing the Titty Bob. We were partners. What other cat? Oh yeah, man, those fucking Mount Eden dudes, man. I put Kenny 007 in there. There was some bad writers that came from like Mount Eden. Knock 167 lived in Mount Eden. Like the Death Wish Stairs, I used to call them. Let me see, Dial 101 from the Royal Javelins, Love 101, Love 170, the famous Nick 707, we got him in there. Who did Nick roll with? Rub 5, the God, the Inside God, Wasp 1, Killer Manila on the 4-line. Let's think of some 4-line dudes who were really up there, man. Bombing every day in a 4-line. Who took the 4 train? Jesus Christ. Spider 1, I guess, from Marty's Donut Shop. He was a god. Let me see, who else? Stay High 149. We can't forget him. Overdose. His famous uni-wide tags, those Voice of the Ghetto joints. People like jerk off on his tags. They have like cans. I met a cat, he had the first can that Stay High 149 ever had in the 4-yard. He said, I bought this can for $1,000. It had like a Stay High 149 tag on it. Tracy in 68 used to make a star on the bottom of his can, so when he found him in the floor, people would know. He used to write his name on the bottom of the can. I copied that from him. I made like a stitches instead of a star. I used to write FUZZ One. The whole 7-yard was filled with like 10,000 FUZZ One cans. 4-line, A-Train. Nobody remembers that dude. The original fucking A-Train. That dude fucking bomb, bro.